Hello, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor, and I want to talk to you today about Apple stock. And before I start talking about Apple, I want to invite you to download a free 40-page book on trend following. And with this book, you'll learn some of the elements of trend following, as well as I have a book coming out with Wiley Books later in the fall. It's pretty comprehensive. It's pretty much everything that I've learned over the last 18 years in my own personal trading and professional trading. So I invite you to download this free manual. It's 40 pages and it's free. And let's jump over to meta stocks. We're going to talk about Apple stock. What is the concept is what I teach in trend following is you need to know what to buy. Well, the idea of what to buy is you want to buy the strongest. And what happened back in the end of December, Apple stock, believe it or not, was one of the strongest stocks. People were very nervous and they were afraid the stock was crashing, but actually the stock went from a low of, let's say, in 300 and it started moving up to almost 400. So it was basically one of the stronger stocks that I was watching, and it had a buy signal here at this point back in December. And as you can see in this, you had a buy signal. Very simple. It's basically the way we work is we work on a breakout trade, or we also work on a trend retracement trade. But you can see that at this point, this was the highest point over the X period number of days right here. And the other key point that we do in Trend Following Mentor is we need to know when to stay with this trade. And there was an indicator that I developed in 1999 called the Trend Rider line, which is based on an average true range type of idea, and it kept us in this trade this whole period until it violated it right here. And really what happened, there were people that held on from the top, you can see from here, which was, let's say, 639, almost lost, it was a good almost 90 points, and then basically Apple gapped up again. But us being a trend follower, we would have been out here. We would have taken our profit, thank you very much, and we waited for the next trade. This was not a trend retracement trade, which also I teach, because right now the MACD is starting to be negative. It's going to be totally negative if it violates the zero line, which we're getting pretty close to actually. And you can see the volatility where people have this feel-good rally pop the other day, but it's been short-lived so far, and time will tell. But currently, we're out of Apple as a trend follower and trading with a plan, and that's what I'd suggest you do, is to trade with an exact plan. Know what to buy, know how much to buy, know when to get out with a profit and when to get out with a loss. These are the issues that I teach at trendfollowingmentor.com. Besides the actual technical issues, I also teach you how to think as a trader, how to be consistent, how to be disciplined, how to be patient. So I invite you to come to trendfollowingmentor.com, be one of my students, and learn how to trend follow. This is what it's about, and the whole idea is that you have a plan and you put yourself in a position to compound your way to wealth over long periods of time. Thank you.